All right, so it is day of the NFT drop, first ever utility NFT backed by a smart city. It's been an exhilarating week with very little sleep. There was moments where I didn't even remember what day that I had last showered. I don't even remember when I left my workspace. I've been here the pretty much the entire time for the week. I fell asleep a couple times in the exact same position that you're seeing me now and woke up with a really horrible back issue. And I'm in a location where there are no ready made, there's no readily chiropractic care. There's probably massage care that I'm going to look out for this weekend. And I don't have anything that I can really stretch my back in so there's that I'm dealing with, and an incredible team. I'm so grateful, man. It's so important to have a team that surrounds you and that uplifts you. Yeah, it's fantastic. They've been pulling some pretty intense hours along with me this week, my business partners. And it's over 2 years in the making for this day. And we knew that what we were doing was never been done before. And we also are doing it on a budget of nothing. So it's been interesting, and lots of learning curves along the way. Lots of growth. I'll give you an example. We went to boost some posts, and it takes up to 48 hours in some instances. I think it's LinkedIn. It takes 48 hours for them to review it before they can even boost it. And here we are the day of, and we can't even boost some of our social media posts. So that was a learning lesson, that you need to plan this stuff out way in advance and get that going. What's some other learning lessons? Oh, fun thing. Spent all this time to get all this social media out for our all of our social media live that was going on for our watch parties for all the different events. And I go in to start one of the watch parties, and I hit the wrong one, not knowing it. And so it messed up actually all of them. So all the work that my incredible team and staff did today to make sure that those were going well, one click of the button, it messed up all of them. And a lot of people, well, actually, no one could really follow us for the rest of the day on any of our watch parties. So that hampered the sale, getting marketing. There was a lot of misdirection. And when you do that, people are probably wondering whether or not, what's going on, what else can they not count on you for? So there was that. And still, man, my team was amazing. And it's a lackluster beginning to our NFT sale. And that's what this show is about. It's about doing it raw and kind of talking about it through the things like right as they're going on, right as they're happening. So a lot of times I've seen founders' sagas after the fact, after they've had time to reflect on it, polish it up, edit it, put a spin on it, and we're right in the throes of it. We were expecting it to go a lot faster because we have so many people that have commented on our project that how they love it, they rave about it, and yet when this is like the test, like it's right, okay, you love it, so will you buy a $97 NFT that will actually make you money because it's got future staking power? And it is the first of its kind to actually back a physical project, a massive physical project. It's not a collectible. And yeah, so it's and there's like a certain piece of like all this work that got put into it, and like, how do we get through this? How do we figure this out? How do I because it affects a lot of things. How do I go about figuring out what our next steps are? So that's what's incredible about it. And the great thing about where I went is I went immediately to other women CEOs. We have board of advisors. We have, a lot of advisors that I went to, and I'm like, all right, so that just happened. It was a big bonzo. And so now what? What do we do? How do we course correct? And that's like the important thing to really let you all know is the book that I read. There's actually a few books that I read every year. And one of them is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That book was given to me, I think, when I was like 13 or 14 years old. And I really firmly believe that it set my mindset for when I left home at an early age at 14. And it really guided me. And something that it's mentioned in every single chapter is, you have to have a mastermind. And I have a bunch of them, actually. I'm quite fortunate, and I have a bunch of mentors. And I reached out to all of them, and I'm like, all right, this just happened. What is there to do? So the first thing I'm going to do is go to sleep. Yeah, I'm going to get in some sleep. Haven't slept in about a week with a few cat naps here and there. So I'm going to get some sleep, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.